Just a quick video on the gaming rig that I built, mostly for flight simulation, but I play a few other games in here too, but it's mostly for flight simulation. I thought I'd just share it with the community to see if it might prompt any ideas for some other people. So what I did is it's hard to see, but there's a table back there that the monitor sits on. That's a 4K monitor right there. I think it's a 46-inch that I have. And then I built kind of a wooden framework around it, because I want to darken everything in. And then for the roof, I just put up some cardboard. And then for the sides, all I did, kind of see, it's just plastic, just a plastic tarp. Okay, so I just got two tarps, plastic tarps. I put them on each side. And then for the back, I have this little blanket right here. And so what happens is, when I take the blanket and push it down over the back, it darkens this whole thing in, and actually has a fairly immersive feeling. I did have 3 monitors at one time. But they were different sizes, didn't really work out so well, and also MSFS doesn't really do it as well as X-Plane does, so I found actually I had a better experience just taking the monitors out and just going like that. I do have this secondary monitor right here that is a touchscreen. This is very useful, so I can do things like look at stuff up on SkyVector, get charts, stuff like that. You can see I have an ATC screen sitting there while playing the game here and not really having any interruption there. So that actually works out kind of nice. And then down here, you can see where I built a little PVC setup to hold my pedals. I have my little single controller there. I don't use a yoke. I use this one. I actually like it better because I do a lot of helicopters too. Got the throttle quadrant over there, and my mouse right here. I mounted my keyboard right to a piece of wood there, which works out really nice. I have a nice little light. You can see it right there under my hat. My hat hanging up here, by the way, that is my track IR, which is sitting right there, okay, right on the TV monitor, so I can use my track IR if I want to. I got a fan here, which when you put this blanket down, it gets hot in there. So this fan is great, absolutely perfect. I also have this other little throttle controller here, but I don't use it anymore. I'll probably be taking that out. What replaced that was basically this guy right here, which is a Steam Deck, and this is a little device that allows you to do a bunch of custom hotkeys to your simulator. So instead of having all the switches that I need here, I can basically set them up here. And the way this thing's designed is you can do pretty much as many switches as you want. It's unlimited. It's amazing. Okay, absolutely amazing. I just picked that up the other day, and it is probably one of the best things that I bought for this thing. Because here I got a little USB hub right here that's powered, and that pretty much powers everything. I got some headphones right here that I can use if I want to, or I can just run through the speakers on the computer. So this is pretty much the outside of it, and in a second I'm just going to kind of darken it up and go inside and show that part of it. Okay, this is the second part of the video. I just want to kind of show you the perspective of what happens when you're actually inside of this thing. This is actually, the camera's right in front of me. I'm sitting inside this. I have it all darkened up right now, so you can see I got my little blanket here blocking out the light. And so you can see the keyboard's right there. Mouse is right here. Very easy to use. I got my controller that I control right here, and then my Steam Deck that I can get right here. So everything when I'm sitting here is really right within range. It's a perfect little cockpit. I got my little prop mix here. Got my little, or my mixture, I should say, my little prop right here for my throttle controls, and then of course the main screen right here. What I call my secondary screen here. So this is just kind of a perspective of what this thing looks like when I'm inside of it. So anyway, if anyone has any, wants to know how I built any of this stuff or anything like that, please feel free to give me a comment. That's it.